Richard Edwards from GamesRadar Plus, and I'm at the LEGO Dimensions launch, and I'm speaking with Bob Gale, one of the writers of Back to the Future Trilogy. So, Bob, we've got LEGO characters, versions of Marty McFly and Doc Brown appearing. How do you feel about having them immortalised as LEGO?
That's fantastic. These guys, John Burton, who designed this, is a genius, I think, and the humor and the mashup aspect of it. I mean, Doc Brown and Marty McFly get to meet Batman. How cool is that?
I mean, since you created the characters, how do you feel watching other people sort of play around with them? That you don't have ownership in quite the same way as you do when you wrote the movies?
Well, the folks at LEGO Dimensions were great. They sent me the scripts just to make sure that I was okay with what they were doing, and they got it. I mean, that was what was great, that the characters from the movie are so well drawn and well understood that these guys nailed it.
Now, obviously, 30 years since Back to the Future now. How do you feel about it looking back?
Well, people still love it. I mean, how great is that? It's like, wow. If the Bob Gale from 2015 had traveled back to 1985 when Back to the Future came out and told me what I would be doing 30 years from now, that I'd be here talking about these characters in a video game and Doc and Marty running around with Batman on the Yellow Brick Road. I'd be going, what are you drinking and could I have some?
So at what moment did you realize you'd made something so special?
You know what? The moments keep on coming. That's what's so great. You think it's as good as it gets. I mean, we had a royal premiere and we got to meet Princess Diana. I mean, and there it's global. It doesn't get any better than that. And then people are still watching the movie, and President Reagan quotes the movie in the State of the Union address. How great is that? And it just keeps on going. So it's a wonderful experience. It's a wonderful ride. We just had a Back to the Future in concert at the Hollywood Bowl, and this thing they did it at the Royal Albert Hall on July 4th. It's traveling around the world. It just keeps on going.
Now, there's been a lot of rumours flying around about remakes, and Bob Zemeckis said the other day, not a chance. Have you ever been tempted to go back and sort of continue the story? Because, I mean, at the end of 3 is very much a definitive ending, but have you ever wanted to go back?
No. That's an easy answer. No, we won't. When Back to the Future 3 came out, there's a photo of Bob Zemeckis, my co-producer Neil Canton, and I, all wearing T-shirts that have Back to the Future 4 with a circle and a slash through it. Even then, we said, you know what? We've said what we want to say about time travel and about these characters, and enough is enough. I mean, we've seen, by now, we've all seen franchises that have gone back to the well one too many times, and, you know, the fans don't like it. I mean, they go, and people say, well, Bob, you could make a whole lot of money. All right, yeah, I can make a whole lot of money. I've already made a whole lot of money. I'm not going to be a pimp for my movie. You know, it's not right. People love the movies the way they are. Leave it alone. We're going to be the guys that say no.
Now, it's Back to the Future 2. You went to 2015. We're in 2015 now. Is there anything that you created for Back to the Future 2 that you wish had come to fruition we actually did have now?
Well, lots of stuff. I mean, it's exciting that people are out there trying to invent hoverboards. I mean, that's the coolest. We knew we weren't going to have flying cars, but we have the gag where the USA Today drone comes down and takes photographs. We've got that. We've got the flat screen televisions, video conferencing at home, Skype. We predicted that. The kids sitting at the dinner table are wearing Google glasses or whatever Microsoft's version of that are called. So that's sort of right. We amazingly got a lot right. Now, we also predicted that there would be fax machines in every room in your house. No? We didn't predict the smartphone. We didn't even think about that one. But we did pretty good. We got about 50%. The thumbprint ID thing, we did that. Yeah.
So you obviously did the Wild West as well, but were there any other periods that you would have liked to have tried exploring, you know, if you'd had sort of more opportunities?
We toyed around with the idea of going back into 1920s or 30s, Prohibition, and doing a story about Doc Brown's childhood or younger days. I mean, that was something. But then Telltale did their Back to the Future video game, and I told them that idea, and that's in the game. So these ideas keep on coming around. And then the Back to the Future animated series, that's finally going to come out on DVD this year. So people get to see all those great episodes. They're not exactly, whether we want to say that they're canon or not. On the other hand, if you have a time machine, everything is canon. You can change times, you go through alternate timelines, everything can happen.
So how do you think Doc Brown would react if he met the Doctor, the other great famous time-traveling Doctor?
He'd say one thing: Great Scott!
Bob Gale, thank you very much.